John here from NoJokeNHL, here with the third Western Conference preview. We're going to talk about the third seed Vancouver Canucks taking on the sixth seed San Jose Sharks. This series opened up in Vancouver -135 favorite, comeback on the Sharks +115. San Jose Sharks own this season series 3-0 versus Vancouver. And Vancouver struggled a little bit against teams in the Pacific Division, going 6-7-2, while San Jose versus the Northwest Division, a very impressive 12-2-1. So San Jose seemingly holding the edge here, even though we have them as the underdog here. Home and road, Vancouver 15-9. At home, 11-12 on the road, so kind of pedestrian on the road at 11-12, decent at home at 15-9. Sharks excellent at home, 19-5 at home, but very below average on the road, 8-15. So of course, Sharks opening up at Vancouver, so they're kind of up against it, based on those numbers right off the start. But like I said, they do owe the 3-0 edge here. The power plays for both of these. Again, San Jose is doing the best here. Vancouver ranked 23rd on the power play, 15.4%. They're ranked 23rd in the league at home and 21st on the road, so very below average there for them. San Jose, of course, ranked 7th on the power play, 20.1% conversions. They're ranked 2nd at home, which would explain their solid 19-5 record there. And then they're 19th on the road, which would explain their 8-15 record there. As far as shorthanded goals against and for, San Jose has 4 shorties scored against them. Vancouver's had 3 put against them, and San Jose has scored 3 themselves, and Vancouver has scored 2. Goalies, Niemi had an excellent season this year, faced a ton of shots, and turned away over 90% of them. So he's actually dominated the Canucks this year, 1.61 or 1.62, excuse me, GAA, as if the .62 mattered over the 6-1. GAA against Vancouver this year, where Schneider was 2.93 against the Sharks. So all systems pointing to San Jose here. Although I do like the way Vancouver closed out the end of the season, their last 20 games, pretty impressive with a winning record there. Sharks as well coming home with a winning record, but they slumped a lot in the middle of the season. They of course started off excellent, covered their first 6 or 7, and then pretty much hit a wall for the games all the way up until the final 20. Like I said, their final 20 they went 7-3, 7-3, and 5-5 to close out the season. So both teams, like I said, the Canucks, of course, clinched their division when they played Chicago on 4/22, and then they proceeded to lose to Anaheim and then at Edmonton the final 2 games of the season. So I'm willing to give the Canucks a pass on those 2 games. And if you throw those 2 games out, then they have a pretty impressive record going back the last 10 games before that. So again, really a toss-up series. Like I said, if you're going by the regular season, you almost have to go the Sharks here. I wouldn't necessarily count out Vancouver after being stung in the first round by the Kings last year. You have to kind of think, with them healthy and having a couple of their players back, they should do a little better with both the Sedins and the lineup, because that was their main thing last year. They didn't have both Sedins, and they were missing some important people in their lineup, and allowed the Kings to take advantage of it there. I'm not so sure that the Sharks can take advantage of it there. Like I said, that's why this spread is very low. Again, what I would probably do is, if you really like one or the other, like I said, if you like the Sharks, I'd probably lay off and maybe see if Vancouver again wins game 1, and then you could pick up the Sharks at like +170. I'm not really sure I would take the Sharks at +120 or +115 for this series right now. I would probably just sit and wait on the sidelines, unless of course you're looking at trying to roll over moneyline parlays and you think the Sharks are going to go to the Cup final. Then by all means, then I would certainly do that at plus money, take them and get ready to roll that over. So again, no real feeling on this series as far as betting. Like I said, if you like the Sharks, I'd probably wait until after Game 1 and buy in. Even if they win Game 1 in Vancouver, I imagine that the line's not going to jump that much. Probably make them like -130. Probably flip the odds from what it is right now with going into the first game in Vancouver. So really not that bad of a price either. If like I said, you're looking at that money line parlay, but you kind of think that the Sharks may lose that first game, and I kind of would think that they may, like I said, with Vancouver being solid at home, and of course the Sharks being very below average on the road. So that brings us to the end of the 3-6, and we'll be back with the 4-5, which will be St. Louis Blues and the Los Angeles Kings. So we'll be back in a little bit with that, and until then, like I said, let's make some money.